Hi and welcome to Heart Shaped Cake. Today we are going to fill and crumb coat a heart shaped cake like this one that I have already here on my counter. I have my filling already made. I have my buttercream ready. I have my turntable ready. But first I have to cut my cake into 3 equal layers. Therefore I have this fun tool that I'm going to use. And I'm so excited to make finally another heart-shaped cake. It's a long time ago that I made one. So here I have my heart-shaped cake. It's a 6 by 3 inch baking pan. I'm just going to remove the parchment paper, which was perfectly fitting into my heart-shaped baking pan. I'm going to cut this heart into 3 equal parts. Just take some measurements, 2.5 centimeters each. That should work. And as you can see, I just start on one side and go all the way through the cake. I have a perfectly even cake layer. Adding the next one. Just making sure we're not ripping anything off. And the second layer. And I think I'm not going to cut this. I want to use as much as I can from this cake, but I have to make sure that it's leveled. I'm just going to cut off a little bit of the top so that it's even somehow. So this is going to be my bottom part, and this is going to be my top part because it's nice, it's even, and it's easier to coat with the buttercream. Just cleaning up my mess. So there we have the turntable. And here we have the cake board. It's the same thickness, like half an inch. I do have my buttercream ready here. I'm going to put some on top of the cake board. And then I'm placing the first layer of my cake right in the middle. I'm using a bigger cake board than I would usually do because I'm going to pipe with a large tip around the bottom and on top to make sure I have enough space. So this one is going to have a filling, dark chocolate ganache. And therefore we need our glass again and a piping tip and our chocolate ganache. This is our chocolate ganache. It has a nice and thick texture consistency. I'm going to put it in my piping bag. It's nicely spread it like even without any forwards. Doesn't matter if it goes over the side, if it's like wider than the actual cake. I'm going to pipe with a star tip, like kind of a buttercream dam on the outside of the cake layer to make sure that my ganache is not spilling out on the sides, like it's not leaking. Should be fine, but you know. So filling up the side of the cake already with like buttercream. This also helps to glue down the first layer of cake to the cake board, and also to cover any crumbs that are on the outside. It's gonna be interesting. I didn't do a heart-shaped cake for a while. I don't know. So, good so far. This is my star tip I'm going to use to do pipe around the cake to prevent the filling from leaking. This is how it looks like. I'm just going along the side of the cake. I wouldn't do a double border, like I wouldn't do a second piping in between, because, or on the inside, because it would take away so much space for the filling. And I would say the filling is thick enough to, you know, stay stable and inside the cake. Oh, it looks yummy. Sometimes I'm adding also some crunchy elements on the ganache to have another texture inside the cake. You can add freeze-dried fruit crumbs, pieces, whatever, strawberries, raspberries work pretty well. You can add like chocolate pearls that add another crunch. It's so much fun to do these things. So we're going to add the second layer. And here you have to make sure you are completely centered and you have it level. It looks great. I'm going to add the buttercream on top. You have the feeling your buttercream is too soft and it's, you know, sliding or falling apart, just put it in the fridge, let it set for a bit, and don't rush it. Take your time. Make sure it's level, centered, perfectly even. going to scrape off the side, making sure I have a nice heart-shaped shape so that it's visible nicely that this is supposed to be. You need a little bit more buttercream around front and back side. And this crumb coat doesn't have to be 100%. Just make sure it's all even. You have a nice layer of buttercream already on the cake, so that applying your final coat is easy as possible. So my cake is ready, my heart-shaped cake. The first one since a long time. I can't say when I did the last heart-shaped cake. And I can tell. I don't know. I can't. Anyway, so this cake is going to rest overnight in the fridge. And then the next day I'm doing the final coating. Like, it's a white and pink cake. It's going to be very clean. Not a lot of decoration, just 2 colors and a number, like lettering on top, and that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.